Good evening, everybody. It's 7 o'clock here in the UK, and yes, it's 7 o'clock. We have got Beth Penfold on this evening. We're just waiting for Beth right now. I hope everybody is well and doing okay. Yeah, doing okay. So, how is everybody? And what you're up to? What you're doing? Leave us a message. Yes. So there you go. Beth Penfold, the change coach. Yep, that's what she is. She is the change coach. So I should have had a shave before I came on, shouldn't I? Terrible. But there you go. There you go. Hope everybody is okay. Um, and how is your bank holiday Monday? My dad's on a 12-hour trip today to Blackpool, and he should be there around about 7 o'clock, hopefully. And yeah, so hopefully I get there for 7 o'clock. Long day on the coach, you know, really long day. Anyway, here we go. So we're just waiting for Beth to come on down. The price is right. So we are just waiting for Beth to come. We are waiting for Beth. Mm, we are still waiting for Beth. Mm. Where's she to? I don't know. Where's she to? She's hiding away. Right. Okay. It's now or never. Give it to me. I decide the weather. It's now or never. I'm all sunscreen. Coke. It makes you so. Think you have to do. I think you have to do. I tell you to do. Who's up, baby? So yes, just waiting for Beth. I'm trying to log into Facebook, but Facebook's not letting me at this moment in time. It's so slow today.
She's in the studio.
Tell her to come.
I've just come.
Oh, she's in the studio. So anyway, so we're just waiting. Having problems. Yes, don't worry, guys. We're trying to get Beth in. She's here, but she's having problems getting in. So I do not know. Is that what they say up in the north? I don't know.
You sent her the wrong link, Dumpy.
All right.
Sent her through some links.
All right. Okay. Let's turn to this one. Beth, where are you, Beth? I'm Beth. Tell her I'm sending her a link. Oh, more javelins. Oh, come on. It's going to be one of those nights tonight. I can feel it in my bones. I feel it in my fingers. Oh, come on. Oh, what a nightmare this is. Ah, nightmare gone wrong this is. Honestly, look about that. It's not even letting me get on there. Complete. Oh, sorry, folks, sorry. Didn't know I was on live. But you leave me cool. Boy, you don't know how. There's no more loving. Take me home. Don't be cruel. Oh, yeah, Jesus. Oh, this is crazy. Come here, look, I'll show you something.
Send the fucking thing.
I am going into. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'm live. Yes, yeah. Getting frustrated, yeah? Oh ho 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 oh ho 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 ho. Please work, please work, please, please, please. I don't know. Uh, uh,
I can hear you now, like a little girl.
how many people on there?
I don't know.
Mm. I don't want to be cruel, but the love is true. I don't want alone. It's my got there at last. Don't be cruel. Let's try that then. I don't want to be alive. I like to feel. I don't want to be cruel. Of course, I sent the right links now. Do you think I am?
I haven't sent it yet. I'm she's got it.
Ah,
Right here.
I am.
Oh.
Scooby Doo, where are you, Scooby? Over here, Scrappy. Okay, Scooby. Tell you what, Scream God's a pain in the ass. Honestly. No more the fool that waits around thinking, boogie on up, boogie down, down, boogie, a boogie, I don't mind, I don't mind, I don't be cool. I don't be cool. I don't wanna be a tiger, 'cause I don't wanna be alone. Hello, my son. Hello, my artist. This is a grand jewel for you today. What do people sound like when they're from Manchester? Oh, down in the down. Oh yeah. Let's go for some accents while we're waiting. Japanese. Bing. Oh, God. A Frenchman. Bobby Boo. Homze. Boo. 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 Um, yes, here we go. Yes, yes. Oh, lovely. Got my hat on, everybody. Yes. It's like riding a horse, isn't it?
Taxi the link now, Vincent.
What?
Taxi the link now, Vincent.
Yes. What?
There's what?
Oh no. She's not even seen it, she. Yes. Hey ho, hey ho, silver lining. It's the way to go. Right, okay, the change is coming now. Oh yes, the change
Hello.
coach. Oh welcome.
We did
Welcome,
eventually.
welcome.
Hello.
Oh welcome. What you doing? I gotta take that off to a woman. Sorry.
Say again. Sorry, you're
Thanks as
breaking
well.
up.
Anyway, I said I gotta take my hat off to a woman,
Oh, yes. You're
to a
looking like a boy
lady.
racer there. It's great. I'm loving it.
Yeah. Oh, oh, thanks. All right, good, great. Anyway, um, the change coach. I tell you what, every time I see that on change coach, it's a good name actually because that's what you actually do. You kind of change people's lives, don't you? Through changing them.
Well, to be exact, I help people change their own lives, which is the most powerful thing because there's no way I could be an expert in every client or even a single client. We know ourselves best. I mean, sometimes we don't really know ourselves, do we? But
Mm,
we've got the best chance of knowing what solutions are best for us. So I just
yeah,
simply help each client find their own change. Yeah. And
yeah.
that's a great thing. That's
What
sorry, go on.
you know? What what started you off doing it? Doing this.
Well, it's funny, isn't it? People say, oh, people don't change. Oh, it's always the same. And I remember seeing, I've certainly seen patterns in my own family where, there's kind of
Yeah,
rituals and routines where we know so and so is never going to change. They're always going to be grumpy on Christmas Day, or they're always going to want to overstay their welcome, or so and so is going to drink too much, or whatever. And like we're just used as a society to just sort of putting up with stuff, people's things, and we just have to accept that that then people don't really want to change. And the reason I got the name Change Coach was actually my daughter Evie, who was chatting to my husband at the time, and she was just chatting randomly about something, and she said, "Yeah, the thing is, the thing about change is most people don't even know that they need to change, and the few people that do that know that they need to change have got absolutely no idea how to do it." Which is why I thought, because at the time my business was called One and Only You, because I was trying to talk about, you as the individual. But it was change that I was trying to bring about for people. So I thought, right, change is hard. Like most people are not aware that it's possible. And most people, even if they really want to change, we've all done, haven't we, diets and exercise routines and um, sort of new habits and things like that we've worked really hard at. It's gone well for about 6 weeks, and then it's just blown up, and we just ended up back where we are. So it's quite hard, and then
yeah,
so I
yeah,
basically help
yeah,
people with that.
yeah. So, what do you want to talk about tonight?
Well, yeah, no. So I was just going to talk actually a little bit again, changing. We talk about all sorts of things, but I mean, just to remind people, really, kind of what I specialize in. You know, change is hard, and it's hard because our unconscious mind, the most powerful part of our brain, the oldest part of our brain, just really doesn't like change. It's got the whole system worked out. It likes you to do the same things every day. You know, we naturally fall into routines, don't we? You know, often by accident. And they're usually routines based on kind of what's easiest for us, what feels best for us, what's the least uncomfortable for us, something like that, you know. And we do these things, we fall into them, stuff that gives us the most pleasure. So, you know, maybe we start, it's sort of stuff creeps up on us, doesn't it? Like drinking too much, like we weren't for a while, and then suddenly it's like, oh, hang on, I'm drinking a bottle of wine a day or whatever it is. You know, this stuff happens, and we use our conscious mind and we go, hey, this isn't okay, or this could be better, or I wish something was different. So you figure out what it is you want to do that's different, and you start doing the different thing. And your unconscious mind's like, hey, I haven't risk assessed this, right? This different thing, this could be bad, this could result in death, injury, maiming, pain, you know. And so it will try throwing spanners in the works to stop you from doing it. And that's why so many of us just end up, you know, falling off the wagon and ending up back where we started. So I just wanted to suggest, really, just wanted to sort of say that so the main sort of key to successful change is getting your brain, your unconscious mind, to work with you instead of against you, right? And we basically do that by convincing it that the change is going to be a really good thing rather than, you know, a scary death inducing thing. But you can't just do that out of the blue. You can't just stand there and go, right, unconscious mind, I've decided that this is going to be a really great idea. We're going to be much better off when we've done this, so let's do it. You know, it doesn't work like that. The first thing you have to do, the key thing you have to do, is to build a relationship with your unconscious mind. You have to kind of know yourself, you know, have that knowing of yourself. And it's things like, if say you're going through a change at the moment, whatever it is, like a job change, facing an interview, or you've been, you know, diagnosed with an illness or something like that. When you think about that change that you're going through, sometimes you'll have like a pang in your body, like sort of, ooh, you know, and that pang is literally your unconscious mind communicating with you about how it feels about this change. And, you know, it could be fear or something. And it could also be a specific thought. It could give you some clues to understand what you're believing about this situation at a deep level, which means your unconscious mind's going, no, we're not doing that. Because if we can change what we believe about the new situation and make it, oh, it's a good thing, it's going to be fine, then the change will be successful. So it's just like, you know, if you had a new puppy or something, right? Before you actually start to train the puppy, you have to build a relationship with it, right? So it's just about starting to listen to your body, the feelings that happen in your body when certain circumstances are happening, you know, starting to notice habits that you have, things like that, because this is all, you know, your unconscious mind runs 95% of your processes just automatically. So it's just like starting to observe them, just like with this puppy. Before training it, you'd spend quality time with it. Like, imagine if you wanted to date somebody, right? You'd spend some quality time with them first. You wouldn't just walk up to them and go, hi, can we go out for dinner? You know, you have to sort of work into it. You have to build that relationship of sort of know, like, trust.
That's a good idea, oh.
Yeah, well, we could try it. I suppose if you turned up with that puppy, you'd probably be able to ask them out straight away. But yeah, so it's exactly the same with our own unconscious mind. We have to build that inner trust with ourselves. And so, yeah, so it's, so I made some note. Hang on a minute. I'm all at 6s and 7s because we had this late start, and I'll just go through it quickly. But yeah, so thinking about what feelings come up, and self-talk, right? So when a change is coming, like I don't know, oh, there's going to be redundancies at my company, oh, I hope it's not me. Oh my God, if it's me, it's going to be terrible. I don't know how I'll ever get another job, etc., etc. Right? But by speaking in this negative way, your unconscious mind's listening all the time. And it's going, oh my God, this is going to be terrible. And oh, no. And building up that sort of dread shuts down all possibilities for you to see it maybe as an opportunity, maybe as a positive thing, to stay calm during the change and think, well, okay, right, I'm staying calm. This thing's happening. Could be a good thing or a bad thing. It's a thing that's happening. And how can I make it as good as possible for me? So it's, am I using negative language when I'm talking about this change? Could I use more positive language instead? Because the way you speak to yourself, again, your unconscious mind is listening in all the time. And if it hears you talking more positively about something, or at least neutrally about it, like, all right, so there's going to be some redundancies at work, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens about that. Something like that. That's just going to keep the unconscious mind calm.
Yeah.
So again, and it's building more of that positive relationship. Again, if you're building a friendship or a relationship with someone you just started dating, you'd be busy complimenting the person and saying positive things to them all the time. You wouldn't be putting them down. So again, the way we speak to ourselves, self-talk's so key to everything, in terms of mental and emotional wellness. What we're saying to ourselves, we are hearing it at a very deep level. So yeah, that's the second thing. So self-talk. And then the third thing is just to sort of experiment. If you've been listening to feelings that come up in your body, starting to notice those sorts of things, is to just ask yourself some questions about change. Like if you've ever watched or done a quiz, it can be fun to sort of pit your wits and show off your knowledge and things like that. And actually, again, using this metaphor of perhaps a new relationship, there's loads of sort of love quizzes, for you and your new partner to do, and that's kind of fun and giggly, but it's also it's a bonding thing. Okay, so we're taking that back to how's this building a relationship with our unconscious mind, and it's just literally posing these questions for our unconscious mind to respond to, kind of thing. So you can ask these questions and you'll only get responses from your conscious mind. It'll be like, do we want to do A? Yes. Or do we want to know? Right. But underneath that, the unconscious mind will be listening and will absolutely heckle from the back if it doesn't like something that you're suggesting. So you might feel, as I say, a pang of fear or a feeling of inauthenticity or something. So even though your conscious mind's going, yes, I absolutely want to earn £20,000 more and I'm willing to relocate to the next city in order to do that, your unconscious mind will be going, no. And that misalignment is really key to you understanding what's really going on in your unconscious mind, so that you can address the resistance and make that more of a positive thing. So I thought I'd just throw out some interesting sort of change coaching questions for people to just have a little think about. No sort of answers needed.
Yeah.
Just have a little sort of ponder and just see sort of what comes up when I sort of read them out. So I'll just read them out, and it's just sort of reflection, really. What change would I make if I
Beth,
did? Yeah.
Go on, carry on. Sorry. Go on, carry on.
Sure. Okay. What change would I make if I didn't have any caring responsibilities right now? If everyone in my life supported me, which dream would I most like to live? What if I didn't care?
That's interesting.
Okay. What if I didn't care what X thinks? So whoever that is for you. What if I didn't care what they think?
Yeah, agree.
If
I don't care what people
just
think anyway.
Awesome. You are a free and powerful man then, my friend. Nice. Because so many of us, we still worry about that. So that's really great that you feel that way. If I could wake up one morning and find that something had changed for the better, what would I want it to be? There's a few more of these. Is it okay to just read a few more?
Yeah, carry on. Yeah.
Time. Okay, all right. I'm just aware that we started late. So
Got plenty of time. Got plenty of time.
If I had all the money in the world, what would I fill my life with? How would I spend my days? So if money wasn't anything I needed to earn, what would I do? If I went ahead with a change regardless, what's the worst that would really happen? If I had to give ground on the change I wanted to make in order for my relationships and circumstances to withstand it, what would I be able to compromise on?
Never walk on tarmac. Um, it's a joke. It's a joke.
I know. Right,
That's
two
a
more
good
I've
one.
got.
That's a good one.
All right. What do I need to let go of in my current life in order to have what I want in the future? And how prepared am I to let go of that thing? Because often we have to do that. That's one of the hard things about change is we have to give some stuff up sometimes in order to have the new thing. And that the process of giving stuff up, that's where you're going to get the resistance. You know, if you're not aligned and you've not got this trusting relationship with your unconscious mind. And the last question is, what do I tell myself or believe that stops me from living the life I really want?
That's interesting.
So
That
yeah,
is
just
very interesting. I like the questions, and I do like the questions. And the trouble is, with the questions, that is good. But I say to people, if they want to change, we can't. We can only kind of like encourage people to change. They've got to change themselves. You know, that's right, isn't it? They got to kind of like make the
yeah.
change.
Yeah, I mean, I've made this mistake in so many relationships and things, where because I like to help people, I like to help people heal, and feel better about themselves and that sort of thing. And that is a change. But I've learned that actually it's not my place to do that. It's none of my business. And actually, for the poor person I'm trying to change, they might not agree that they need to change that necessarily. Or maybe they do agree, but there's something they're not willing to give up in order to have the new thing. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, I've latterly had to realize, just accept. I think we all have to do this. Those of us that are involved in well-being is accept that all you can do is put all this stuff out there, put the love out there, put the tools out there, put the knowledge out there, and just hope that people pick it up and get on with it themselves, because you can't make change for anybody else. You're absolutely right, Steve.
Yeah, and the last time we talked off air, and that really, really helped me. That really helped me. That did. When we
Oh, I'm
talked
really
off air,
glad.
we had a chat.
Yes, I remember. Of course I do. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's great.
and 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 now I'm writing poetry quite a lot now. I'm writing a lot of
Fab.
poetry myself. And yes, and I'm writing a lot of poetry because it's all on my Facebook and everything. And I'm on this site, brilliant site, and I was recommended it. And I think I've wrote since yesterday. I've wrote around about 19, poetry. You know, I, you know,
Wow.
you know. So, and some of them have been people's been asked if they could put it in their book and things like that.
Well, I was
And
thinking this
I
could be
write
your second book,
poetry.
couldn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I'm writing poetry. It's to kind of like get my feelings out there. You know what I mean? And
Fantastic.
that's what I'm using it for. That's the platform. But what I'm trying to say to you is, it's like, I've been through quite a lot of problems. You've been through quite a lot of problems, and sometimes we've got to change to move on in life. What was the biggest change in your life that's made you where you are today?
I
Sorry for
think
asking that.
no, it's cool. I think it was basically understanding that I don't have to be damaged all my life. That like I was rightly, I think, rightly proud of having survived, abuse, and domestic abuse and all that sort of thing in my early life, the first 20 years of my life. I was rightly proud that I'd survived that. But it was when I realized that there was more than just surviving, there was actually thriving that was possible, that I started to um, crawl about and start to snatch back all the shattered pieces of the person I should have been. So I've sort of grabbed them back and held them close and thought, no, I'm having this back. I am not letting this experience, this thing, be denied me because of my past experiences. Do you know what I mean? Like a phobia or something, or a fear of something, or um, negative beliefs about yourself. So I've gradually kind of got rid of those, like peeling off layers of an onion, and I'm still working on it because, of course, particularly when you've had abuse in those 0 to 7 years where it's really formative. It's so deep. It's at the core of you. It's at the core of you, and it's sort of, you think you've tackled it, and then it pops up in a new context, and you're kind of not sure what it is at first. And then it's this again. It's this fear of such and such again. Okay, well, I know how to deal with this. I dealt with it in that context, my career or something, and now I'm dealing with it in a friendship, or it's come up in a relationship or something like that. So yeah, I think the biggest change I've made is, instead of believing that I'd always be damaged, because I used to say that. I used to say, oh, and I'll always be damaged, but at least I've survived it and here I am, kind of thing. But actually, I now no longer hold that belief. I believe that I'm healing more and more, and all that damage is going, and the more I heal, the more is possible for me. So that was just like really game changing. Yeah, because
You know what?
because the
You are.
language around it.
You are.
Sorry.
Yes. See, you're like a survivor, really. So many people out there are survivors of abuse. It could be any abuse, but you have survived it, and that's where the change coach comes in, where you can tell people, look, tell people that they can change, and I'm prepared to help. But
Exactly.
you've
Yeah,
got to put
I
all the
want.
work in too. You know what I mean?
That's exactly it. I want other people to understand, because there isn't, you know, especially like 5 or 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, nobody was saying that it's possible to overcome, things like anxiety. It was always, the best you can hope for is to live with it, as best you can for the rest of your life. And for some of us, that is possible. And we know it's possible because the brain neurologically is plastic. You can literally rewire the neural pathways. And I've helped clients who have phobias. What one woman I helped had emetophobia, the fear of being sick, all her life, and it had harmed relationships, it had harmed her experience of motherhood, it had limited her career chances. And when we rewired her brain so she simply isn't afraid of that anymore, it just changed everything for her. She just saw the whole of
Yeah.
her life, the whole world differently. And it was the same for me when I got rid of anxiety, because I used to struggle to get out of the house. I used to be absolutely terrified. And now
Mm.
I love nothing more than
It's
to address a
horrible, isn't
room
it?
full of 150 people. I love it. So, thank
Yeah.
God that I stumbled upon this. And, for me, it was NLP. And so what I want to do is, I know there's millions of other people suffering and struggling and trying to survive like I did. And I want to, come along with a torch and a map and go, come on, follow this. This will work. Honestly, try this path, and
Yeah.
help them to have the lives that they always deserved.
Yeah. Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Beth. I think you're, not only a survivor. I think you are. You kind of like help other people in a way that you never know how you do it. The words that come out from you does help people. I've had people like coming to me after when we've spoken before saying, God, wasn't that inspirational? You know, I wish I could be like her and everything. You know, things like that. And it is, you know, you kind of like change. It's all it's needed, really. And you're just
Yeah.
like a person coming along, side by somebody and say, look, don't give up. We
Yeah.
can do this together, and that's good. Yeah. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much
That's
for that.
lovely.
Thank
All right. Thanks
you.
then,
Take
Steve.
care.
Take
Thank you.
care. Bye.
Bye.